On a bright morning, a gentle, human-like cat named Whiskers was walking through a beautiful forest. Birds chirped, leaves rustled, and the fresh scent of flowers filled the air. Suddenly he heard a small voice grunting. Turning his head, Whiskers spotted a tiny squirrel named Nutty, struggling to carry a large acorn. The acorn was much bigger than Nutty, and every time he tried to roll it, it barely moved. Whiskers smiled and walked over. "Do you need some help?" he asked kindly. Nutty looked up, his tiny paws gripping the acorn. "Oh yes, please. It's too heavy for me." With a gentle push, Whiskers used his strong paws to roll the acorn toward Nutty's tree. Nutty beamed with joy as the acorn finally reached its hiding spot. After finishing their task, Whiskers and Nutty decided to take a walk together. The forest was filled with life, squirrels jumping between branches, rabbits hopping through the grass, and fireflies glowing under the shade of trees. They laughed, talked, and shared stories about their adventures. "I always love making new friends," said Whiskers. Nutty grinned. "Me too. But some days, I feel so small in this big forest." Whiskers patted Nutty on the back. "Size doesn't matter when you have a big heart." As they walked, they heard a low groan. Curious, they followed the sound and found a turtle, Shelley, stuck in a muddy pit. Her legs kicked helplessly, but the thick mud held her down. Nutty gasped. "Oh no, she's trapped." Shelley looked up at them. "I was trying to reach the river, but I slipped, and now I can't get out." Whiskers thought for a moment. "Don't worry, Shelley. We'll get you out." Whiskers noticed a long vine hanging from a tree. "Nutty, can you grab that vine?" Nutty quickly climbed up and chewed the vine free, letting it drop down. Whiskers and Nutty worked together, lowering the vine to Shelley. "Hold on tight." With all their strength, they pulled. At first, Shelley barely moved, but with one final tug, plop, she popped out of the mud and landed safely on the grass. Shelley sighed in relief. "Thank you both so much. I thought I'd be stuck forever." Shelley dusted herself off. "I was on my way to the river. Would you like to come with me?" Whiskers and Nutty nodded excitedly. They walked together, chatting about their favorite things. Shelley talked about her love for the water. Nutty shared stories about his acorn collection, and Whiskers described his love for adventures. As they reached the river, the setting sun painted the sky in golden hues. The three new friends sat by the water, watching the gentle ripples reflect the sky. Shelley grinned. "Since you helped me, I'll teach you how to swim." Whiskers hesitated. "I don't know if cats like water." Shelley giggled. "Trust me." She playfully splashed some water, making Nutty and Whiskers laugh. Slowly, Whiskers dipped his paws in the water and found that it wasn't so bad. After their fun at the river, they built a small fire with twigs and leaves. The warm flames flickered as they roasted nuts, Nutty's favorite. Shelley yawned. This was the best day ever. Whiskers smiled. "It really was. I'm glad we met." Nutty wrapped his tiny tail around himself. "From now on, we'll always stick together." They lay on their backs, looking up at the stars. The sky twinkled above them. Whiskers whispered, "No matter where we go, we'll always have the stars to remind us of today." Nutty and Shelley nodded, their eyes heavy with sleep. As the sun rose, they stretched and yawned. Shelley grinned. "What should we do today?" Nutty jumped excitedly. "Let's explore deeper into the forest." Whiskers chuckled. "Then let's go." As they disappeared into the trees, the forest whispered around them. Three different animals, now the best of friends, ready to take on the world together. Because in the end, true friendship isn't about who you are. It's about helping others, sharing joy, and standing together. Kindness, teamwork, and friendship can turn strangers into lifelong friends.